we literally are the spine. When a baby is formed, it's the spine that's formed first. So you could think that the brain is an extension of the spine, or that the spine is an extension of the brain, I suppose, whichever way, but it is our central nervous system, the brain to the tailbone. It's like the north and south pole moving like this, and it's the central nervous system, the messages that connect it. So we want that to be connected, but unfortunately we have a lot of constrictions and contractions that stop the free flow of energy between the base and the brain. I'm not going to go into it here at the moment. The yogic sort of philosophy, I suppose, is to ignite the dawn Kundalini energy that's in the base and bring it all the way up to the crown chakra. But even the very basics of that is that we need to have a very nimble spine, and even the symbology of the snake, if you think about our spine, the sacrum area is like a downward facing arrow, like the head of the snake. So the sort of head of the spiritual energy, if you like. And the whole spine should move in 360 degrees. It should move freely around in any way, forward and back and up. And this is the essence of Kundalini Tantra Yoga, I suppose. It's this flexibility and free flowingness of the spine, from the base to the head, from the base to the head. And when we become activated through the breath, and we keep moving and keep activating and breathing and moving and breathing and moving, it becomes this kind of a trance-like state where the energy is just flowing around and around, and you are moving from the mind is out of the way. You're letting the body move in its natural state. People sort of think, oh, well, why, how can you move like that it seems unnatural? But it's actually the most natural way of moving. If you start to really move like that, it just feels this kind of, the pulsation and the rhythm of life just comes through you like that. So, the belly dancers, if you look at any traditional dancing, particularly for women, that's how they raise their energy, whether it's the hula dancing, the belly dancing. It's how we're raising our energy, and the energy in the earth, in the whole universe, spirals. So we can sort of spiral and we can get into the universal flow, if you like. So I thought today we will focus on the movement of the spine. We can move our spine within all postures, and I suppose that is the unique difference of Kundalini Tantra Yoga compared to traditional yoga, is that we move and flow within the posture rather than moving from posture to posture. We're in one posture and we go into it deeper, we move into it, we feel it out, we pull towards the edge and pull back, and breathing and moving and breathing and moving, and then you'll realize that your body opens up and surrenders to the position that you're in, or the posture, or the asana, or whatever you want to call it, more freely. So let's start with some breathing. The central nervous system is also, well, not so much the central nervous system, but the nervous system in general is activated by the breath, as we would know, well, most people would know, and if you don't, you can go look at many a video on that. The breathing in the lower abdominals helps to activate the rest and digest, or the parasympathetic nervous system, which keeps us calm, which is mainly what we want. Thoracic breathing, or chest breathing, generally activates the fight or flight of the sympathetic nervous system. Both of them are really important. A full yogic breath will breathe into the belly and then bring it up to the chest and right up to the clavicle. So it's almost like an even activation of both of those things, which helps us get into an active state as well. The central nervous system is functioning itself. However, it can be heightened with the fluid in the spine and the movement and the breathing affects our nervous system as well. So let's just make sure that we're belly breathing, or we know how to belly breathe. When you're breathing in, expanding at the bottom. So you can have a slight push to expand it a bit more than what you normally would, and also a bit of an active expiration. So try to squeeze the air out a little bit till really empty, and then in and squeeze out till empty, and in and squeeze out till empty. So you can do this just in and out through the nose. You can use any Ujjayi breath if you want, but I don't encourage people to do that because unless your channels are already open, it's kind of pointless. So let's just stick with breathing in and out, and I can talk about that in other videos of how the psychic breath, but it's quite complex, and yeah, if your channels aren't open, there's no point. So just a nice open at the back of the throat, no need to close off the back of the throat. And then start to use your breath and fill up the bottom, and then the chest, and then right up in the clavicle area, and exhale the same. Empty the throat, the chest, and then the belly. If you're doing this properly into your full capacity, you might start to feel, I don't know, a little bit activated, a little bit tingly, a little bit light. And see if you can see subtly when you breathe in like that, that there's this subtle movement of the spine, like a roll of the spine. As you breathe in, sort of comes up and full, and then exhale down. So let's emphasize that roll a little bit. So coming up, filling up, and then inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Even if you just do that a couple of times a day when you wake up in the morning, there's a lot of rolls we can do, but maybe we'll just roll, like as in rolling, just rolling the spine, just quite subtly, because once your spine's active, your whole body becomes active, and you won't injure yourself, but we need to activate the spine, the sacrum, the back of the hips first. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, squeezing it in and out, and your head too, and out. It's like a wave, filling you up and coming down, and up and 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 down. Inhaling. Don't let the arms be loose. They're working, the whole body working. They're straight on there, and then down, and you can even grab onto your knees and pull the back. So now you've got this expansion on the spine, the muscles, everything going there, and the tuck is here. In. Out. In. Out. Start to feel a flow. And out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Arms up. Hands together. And now exhale to the side. So now we have an expansion side, contraction here. So we're breathing into this side of the body. Not forward, up and over. In. And make yourself a light here at the back. Use your legs. In. And out. Pull over, point. You know, it's opposing forces like everything on this planet. In and out. In and out. In, out. Inhaling. Exhaling. So you inhale through the middle, the neutral stage here, and exhaling when you're squeezing. Inhale. Exhale. In. Four more. Inhale to the middle. Turn your hands out and inhaling up. Breathe all over your fingers, open your hands. And your fingers always to the back, opening the shoulder blade to the back. So you put your hands like that, opening. Inhale, out. In, out. When you exhale, it's like you're pushing, like you take up this space in the world. And your wrist slightly down, because your energy, if you can feel it, when your channels are open, if you have like that, your energy straight out the wrist, gone. So you're trying to create energy in the body. You don't want it to go everywhere. No, you want to bring it in, hold it in the middle of your body, in the center, and then turn and when you get that chin down straight away, then you lock in. There's mouths in the body. There's a mouth there, and there's a mouth there, and there's a mouth here, and there's a mouth here. So when you contract all of that, that energy is getting forced back into you, rather than all out there. That's why you can't be floppy. No, you can't go, you're nothing, you get nothing. Yeah. And in.